there were so many funny jokes, especially in the first few seasons, where they really tackled a bunch of race things head on, where they would be like, oh, Asian and the other Asian.
Totally.
Right. And I just wondered, like, I'd always laugh uncomfortably because on one hand, it is funny.
It's so wrong though, right?
It's so wrong, and yet it happened. I mean, that is the way some people approach it, which is what made it funny. And yet I wonder if when you see those jokes in the script, you're like, can we really pull this off?
I think at first we were a little wary, but that's Glee. That's just Glee. That's like, when we speak to the writers about it, we're like, oh, that joke is really crazy. They're like, it's our sincerest form of, you know, flattery, I guess, they say. So we love it, and we hope people respond to it, and we don't mean to offend anybody.
Right. You know, it's been so funny watching Mindy Kaling rise and the amount of attention that's on her as a woman of color who's now leading her own show, running her own show, starring in her own show, and that it's 2013 and that's still novel to people.
Right. I mean, it shouldn't be, but the fact that it's, you know, she's able to do that and set a precedent for the future is so wonderful. But it's so interesting because it is really novel still, and it shouldn't be because, you know, we run the world.
Right. As I'm sure you could do an entire dance routine to here right now. I mean, do you ever feel, when you think about the future of your career, and I have a deep belief that you're going to have a long and very impressive career, but do you worry about being a woman of color and whether or not that is in some ways a limitation?
It definitely was when I considered going into this as a profession for, you know, as an adult. It was hard because there aren't as many roles, and the Asian community in the industry is like 3% that are working. So it's sort of crazy, but.
So you and BD Wong.
Yeah, that's it, and Sandro, that's about it. No, but I think that I want to break that barrier, and I think that's also something, like a challenge for me. So I want to also, you know, go out for roles that they wouldn't consider me for and prove them wrong and say, I can do this.